Whew. Sorry, I ate a lot of shit this week. More than usual. Hello, hi, I'm a fly. You know, I've heard a lot of you wish you were me. Oh, that I could be a fly on the wall. Oh, that I could spit up digestible juices to liquefy the solid food I like to eat. Oh, that I could live 30 to 60 days and consider it a success if thousands of maggots come out of my butt before I die. Okay, so maybe the first more than the last. But after I tell you what I witnessed on the night of November the 8th while hanging out on the wall of Hillary Clinton's Peninsula Hotel suite, an ass full of maggots doesn't sound so bad. Yes, I was on the wall of former future Madam President's hotel suite between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 a.m. And for the first 3 hours straight, I saw her giddily practicing her acceptance speech. She spun round and around with arms full of various colored pantsuits, dreamily falling onto her bed with a sigh, hugging them close to her heart. And then she spent the rest of the time relentlessly curating shimmies and two-handed waves in the bathroom mirror, perfected her expressions of gratitude, practiced her surprised looks and chuckles, pausing only to give Bill rehearsal notes about letting the uproarious pre-recorded applause on his boombox go louder and longer, please. It has to be just like real life. I watched her and her team talk out what would have been her historical stage entrance. The second she was announced the president-elect, the arena would go pitch black. The Bulls' starting lineup song would play. And a center stage spotlight would pop up on a trapdoor, flying back, releasing a hydraulic-powered platform that would launch her at high speeds from the depths of the stage straight into the Javits Center ceiling, fists first. And as glass rained down over the crowd, after she double fist bashed one hard high glass ceiling, she would hold her arms out in T formation, bend one knee, and descend upon the stage like Storm from X-Men. Then she'd start the speech by thanking everyone who helped her in her now metaphorically fisting the highest, hardest glass ceiling. Hillary insisted on doing this without safety nets or wires. When a union stagehand named Jerry arrived to rig her into a harness, she, over her shoulder while bare-knuckle practice smashing thick candy glass, said, "I don't rig shit and ain't no man gonna put this bitch on a leash." Jerry burst into tears, crying out, "But what about the DNC?" To which she and her team slowly turned to him in unison, stared him down, and maniacally laughed him right out of the room, fully shaming him with their brilliant avoidance of that topic. That was the high point of the night, folks. I keep seeing it over and over again, thousands of times, mostly because I have compound eyes and that's how my vision works. After Jerry left, John Podesta ran into the room, fast-locked the door, quick-drew the blinds before he breathlessly flipped on the TV. We watched swing states predicted to lean blue go red, and Hill and her team fell silent. As Wolf Blitzer foamed at the mouth and Steve Kornacki blew a bunch of loads over different color configurations on a giant iPad map he was fond of diddling, Hillary called the front desk of the Peninsula to ask room service if they would please deliver a sensory deprivation chamber and 2 IVs filled with straight tequila. They were to be delivered at dawn, after she was done writing one of the finest, most gracious, and heartbreaking concession speeches in election history. You should all know that before that speech became what it was, it went through some real rough drafts. In the morning, she was carried out, plugged into Patron and encased in a metal womb. But her and her team accidentally left behind the early drafts of her concession speech, and I've brought them here today to share with you. Some some scraps from what I could carry in my 6 arms. One draft says, I know how disappointed you feel because I feel it too. That is, if I could feel right now. Kind of numb. I had a 6-hour vodka soak and I can't see colors anymore. Which'll come in real handy for the race wars. Just reading the drafts, guys. I'm just reading what I found. Another said, hey, racist, misogynistic, homophobic America, I got the popular vote. That's a goddamn victory for someone who has spent her entire lifetime repeatedly being shit on, and especially for the past 30-some years. So yeah, I know I said sorry, but sorry, not sorry, I called you chumps a basket of deplorables. I'd do it again. Way to prove me right, you bleached white anuses. He'll always win. God, the vodka soak is wearing off. In her dedication, the first version read to Bill. In her dedication, the first version of it read to Bill and Chelsea, Mark, Charlotte, and Aiden. If you are reading this, I am dead. It is not your fault. Well, maybe Bill's. Keep my body on dry ice until RBG dies. Bury us together. Sotomayor will know what to do next. One paper simply read, Susan B. Anthony, spinning like a rotisserie chicken. The phrase, finally, I am so grateful for our country and for all it has given to me, was first written as, fucking hateful for our country and for all it has given to men. They made it more positive and dropped the N out of men, I guess. Then she drew a detailed flipbook of a penis losing its head in a guillotine. She goes on, this is painful and it will be for a long time. But I want you to remember this. Our campaign was never about one person or even one election. It was about me and necessity. About America being last on the waiting list for a heart transplant and a hard-ass surgeon comes along not only accepting your affordable health care, but getting you a brand spanking new heart hot off the black market. And you refused it just because the surgeon was a woman. Enjoy your rotting heart, fucktoads. And the other drafts were just rewrites of various 9/11 speeches. All ending with, we're gonna live out the next 4 years like every day is 9/12. Ooh. Oh, the last page I found was torn to shreds, stained with tears, and from what I can tell, it reads, at least we'll always have that hot ESPN magazine cover of Jake Arrieta, who, if you don't know, turned out to be a Trump supporter. Side note, I was on the shower wall in the stall where Jake washed off after the World Series win. He's got a huge dick, but no balls. So he can never actually get hard. It just hangs out like a sloppy proboscis. It's okay, I can say that I have one. I'm a fly. All right, I gotta get going. I hear there's a huge shipment of putrid meat about to hit DC, and I want to be there to feast.